All right, I have tons of important crypto airdrop updates for you today. Some things that you can claim, some tasks that you can do in order to make sure that you get airdrops in 2024, and some updates on major airdrops that already announced the token, including Wormhole. So let's start off with this one because they actually released today a blog post that contains the details on the exact eligibility criteria. Now, I'm not gonna get into every specific criteria, but some TLDR highlights are that 400,000 wallets qualified for the airdrop. 6.78% of the total supply is being dropped in this airdrop, but if you recall, they were allocating, I think it was 17 or 19% of the total supply, which seems to suggest that there will actually be further future rounds of this airdrop. Now they have this long detailed explanation of how they tried to weed out Sybils based on wallet clusters. And apparently if you spammed transactions to and from the same wallet over an extremely short period of time, stuff like that could have excluded you from the airdrop. There was also points bonuses for being active on 3 or more distinct months, for being active before December 1st of last year, for having cumulative transactions exceeding $10,000, and a bunch of other stuff. So I'll leave the link to this down below and you can check it out and see what the actual criteria were. Now today I've also actually seen some people posting on Twitter saying that Wormhole has updated the checker, especially for Ethereum or EVM wallets, and some people that were previously finding they were ineligible are now finding that they are eligible or that they're getting more tokens. So I do recommend going and checking one more time your eligibility just to make sure. All right, let's move on to another major airdrop announcement today, which was from Camino Finance. So last week when they announced that their airdrop was going to be linear, there was a lot of backlash. People were basically saying that since the point system is linear, it really favors whales, people that can just come in now at the end of the campaign with a huge amount of capital, and even if they weren't OGs, they can take the lion's share of the airdrop. But basically Camino Finance has taken some of this criticism to heart, and they said that they're doing some bonuses for OGs. So they're going to be addressing these concerns. There's going to be an OG drop, so a specific airdrop of the Camino token to users that have been using the platform for a long time. And then they're also going to be doing a points adjustment to limit the dilution effect from new inflows. So the OG airdrop is going to be in addition to the 7% community airdrop that they've already announced. And they're going to be changing the supply and borrow boosts. So as of tomorrow, it looks like the only 5x boosts are going to be for supplying Sol or USDH. And I don't see any information on 5x boosts for borrowing. So it looks like, unless this is wrong, those borrow boosts are going to be reset to 1x. And if this is actually the case, then tomorrow I'm probably going to unwind my position and rejig the way that I'm approaching Camino Finance. Because it doesn't make sense to be borrowing USDC or USDT from the platform if it's not actually getting that 5x boost. But we will see what happens with this tomorrow, and then I'll bring you an update on my Camino Finance position and tell you how I'm rejigging it to maximize the points moving forward. However, I do think that overall this is a positive change, especially since they're going to be doing an airdrop to OGs, people that didn't come in at the last second after the snapshot was announced. All right, moving on now to another airdrop. So if you were farming the meme coin, you can now actually see how much you are going to be getting. The actual token rewards were confirmed. So last year I got 12,696 meme points, and that has converted into 2,321 meme tokens. Now the actual price per token is 4 cents, 4.6 cents, which means that this airdrop is worth basically just over $100. And the way that the airdrop is actually being distributed is on the meme land or the stake land platform. So your meme coins come staked, and then it's earning rewards, and these stake rewards are going to be convertible to another token at some point. Now, as far as I can tell, it's not actually possible to unstake this, although I do believe it's going to be enabled for unstaking relatively soon. And for me personally, I'm just going to leave this one staked, especially since Ethereum gas fees are so high. By the time I actually unstaked it and withdraw it and then swap it into something else, there would probably be nothing left. So this one is definitely not a premier airdrop, but I do think the way they've gone about distribution is interesting, and you actually get a boost on your staking rewards since you were in on day one. The airdrop meme coins were actually the first ones to be staked, so maybe just by holding this will help the airdrop snowball somehow, and we'll see what actually comes of this. Now, another airdrop that you can actually go and check eligibility and claim right now is the ID token from Space ID. Now this one is a bit niche, only 5,700 people or wallets are eligible to claim, and in order to get it, you had to have a premium 3 or 4 character .bnb or .arb domain from Space ID. But if you did have one of those, definitely go and check your eligibility on the Space ID page. Next up, there's been a lot of rumors on the timeline that the Polyhedra token is coming soon. Apparently someone found the actual token contract and it's going to be listed on a bunch of centralized exchanges. However, there has been no actual announcement from the team. Now, for me personally, I'll probably continue to push a transaction or two through the ZK bridge maybe once a week, or on Merkley, they have a couple of features that interact with Polyhedra until the snapshot is announced. But I do think that some of the rumors seem quite credible, and it's possible that we might be getting another bridge airdrop soon. But when layer 0? Anyways, moving on, we've got an announcement of another airdrop for Dimension stakers. This one is going to be the first meme coin on Dimension. 40% of the total token supply is going to be airdropped to Dime stakers as a reward for contributing to network security and engagement. So I'm wondering if they're going to factor in voting on governance there as well. Anyways, since this is a meme coin, I wouldn't expect it to be worth a whole lot, but I have been pleasantly surprised with meme coin airdrops in the past, like the WEN token on Solana, for example. So this is, I think, the third confirmed airdrop for Dimension stakers, and hopefully we see more rolling in. All right, next up, as I was talking about in my last couple of videos, if you were staking your Jupe tokens and voting in the Jupiter DAO, you probably would have seen this live. The Zeus network had a proposal to be one of the next tokens to launch on the LFG launchpad. So that means if you voted with your staked or locked Jupe tokens, you will probably be getting some Zeus network coins when it actually launches on the launchpad. Next up, we've got another eligibility checker for the ZK Lend or the Zen token airdrop. And this is a DeFi platform on the Starknet network. You can see that there's an airdrop tab up here, and you can click on that and check your eligibility. Now, another piece of news that we have is that there's apparently going to be a massive quest for Linea experience points, 450 LXP up for grabs, with some sort of combo quest using Rango Exchange, which already is one of the bridges that I've been farming, then also Linea, Clip Finance, LogX Trade, and then the Interact campaign page. Now, why they need to keep doing this, even though they already had a full campaign on Interact last year, is beyond me. But if this is going to be a multi-airdrop qualifier, especially with some solid tokenless protocols like Rango, and then also a chance to earn 450 Linea experience points, that is pretty solid. So we'll stay tuned for more details on that. Next up, I have a kind of speculative, at least 2-for-1 airdrop play, maybe 3, 4, or even 5-for-1 airdrop play. This was shared by the Scroll team today. And basically there is a new mint on the Zora platform. It's a little film NFT, and this little film NFT is to commemorate the launch of EIP 4844 from Nouns Film. Now, if you mint this, it's going to cost you probably about $22 to $25 depending on gas fees at the time that you mint it. And this triggers an interaction with Zora. A portion of the mint fees are going to support Ethereum core dev, so you can kind of consider it like a Gitcoin grants donation. And it's been shared by the Scroll L2 network, but it also is actually relevant to potentially all Ethereum L2s. And so that's why I do say it's a bit speculative. It costs a little bit of money, and I would only recommend minting this if you don't mind potentially losing the $25, or consider it a donation to Ethereum public goods. And then if it ends up actually being used somehow in airdrop qualifiers, then that's a bonus. All right, now I'm gonna go through a bunch of free tasks that you can complete today that could help you qualify for some airdrops. So especially for the people that are starting with $0 in capital, pay attention to this section, because first off, we've got a new Galaxy campaign or task on Tyco. So you can get more points for Tyco's Galaxy campaign by doing a couple of very simple things, and then it actually asks you to do some interactions with the Tyco testnet, like minting some NFTs. And so if you haven't interacted with the Tyco network for a little while, this is a great way that you can remind yourself to do so and then collect some points for this. Next up, another testnet campaign that you can do on Galaxy is for the Parallel Early Access testnet. They just launched their testnet last week, and this Galaxy campaign is only open until March 17th. So far, less than 10,000 people have completed this, so this could be a good one to go check out. It's quite simple, just some basic social tasks, but also you do have to start interacting with the testnet. Then another free airdrop that you can try and hunt right now is from the Sharp AI team. So they have joined in a partnership with the Google AI startup program Already we've got a bunch of great buzzwords in there. AI tokens are great. And Sharp has a confirmed airdrop on. Now, in order to participate, the first thing that you can do is sign up for the app, and for doing so, you receive 100 points. Then if you want to invest through the app, you can earn points for doing so as well, depending on how much capital you want to allocate to it. And then also they've got engagement points, which you can earn for actively engaging with the Sharp app. Also, they do have a Galaxy campaign on right now where you can win a portion of 100,000 of Sharp tokens in a giveaway, but also you can get points on Galaxy for doing some pretty simple tasks like following them on Twitter. So at a bare minimum, I would recommend doing the stuff that you can do for free, like signing up and doing the Galaxy campaign, and you can engage on the app, and then totally up to you if you want to actually invest through the app. Another free to earn airdrop that you can start farming is the Gaming platform. And this one is incubated by CoinMarketCap. And qualifying for the Gaming airdrop is very similar as qualifying for the block airdrop. You just have to engage on Twitter. So I'm probably going to be fading this one just because I don't have the time for it. But if you want to grind on Twitter and try to get free airdrops, this could potentially replicate Portal, or even if it just replicates a portion of the success of Portal, then either Gaming or Block would be a huge W. So if you want to participate in this, all you have to do is go to the application, connect your Twitter account, and then you earn these ELO points or tokens for engaging on X. And they've got a breakdown here of what you earn points for by liking, quote tweeting, reposting, replying to stuff, etc. And then yet another one of these engage to earn campaigns launched for Unblocked. And again, if you engage with their stuff on Twitter, you can earn points, but they also have some little games, basically trivia games on the website, and you can earn points for doing these trivia games. So between the Block Games airdrop, the Unblocked airdrop, and then the Gaming airdrop, those are 3 free to earn airdrops that you can try and farm by doing stuff on X or by playing little games on your phone. The tasks are super annoying, but if you don't have much capital to farm other airdrops, then this is probably a decent way that you can get started and build up your airdrop snowball. And then the last free or testnet airdrop that you can farm today is this one right here from Satoshi Pioneer, or Satoshi BEVM. And they have this Galaxy campaign on right now where if you do some stuff and interact with their testnet, you can mint one of these oats, except the oats are capped at 25,000 and currently 17K have been minted. So I would say this one is quite time sensitive. And if you want to try and mint one of these, I do recommend going through the tasks here and then interacting with their testnet as quickly as you can. Whew. All right, this has been a long one today, but just one final piece of airdrop alpha, I would say, is that one of the cheapest ways that you can generate a quick daily transaction is by using the Owl2 Finance inscribe feature. So I'll show you an example. Here you can select which network you want to make an inscription on. Then you just have to put something in the data field here. So I just put in the word hi, and then you have to choose how many inscriptions you want to mint. So if you just select one to mint one inscription, let's see what it's going to cost. Even though right now Ethereum gas fees are 125, if I inscribe one of these, it's going to cost me about 43 cents. Actually, I can select the low gas fee option and it will cost even less than that. And if you wait until gas fees are a little bit lower, because this is basically peak time right now, then you can probably mint one of these inscriptions for something like 15 to 20 cents. Actually, yeah, look, that one cost me 17 cents on the ZK Sync network, even though ETH gas fees right now are through the roof. So this is a great way that you can come back daily and just generate a quick, easy transaction by inscribing one of these things on the networks that you're farming. And it's available on a bunch of different networks. Actually, I haven't even done a transaction on the Chroma network in a long time. So maybe I should go ahead and mint one of these inscriptions on Chroma. Yeah, look at that. On Chroma, 0 cents. So this is a solid way that you can just keep ticking up your transaction counter, because it's possible that for some of these L2 airdrops, they're gonna have a criteria that's you had to have 100 transactions or 200 or 500 transactions. And that can be tough to get to, especially if you don't want to spend a lot of money. So this is a cheap way that you can do a daily transaction. They do have another thing here with their daily check-in feature, but this I found is a little bit more expensive than the simple one inscription mint. So hopefully you found this tutorial helpful as always, and have a great day.